All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you tonight. I have a tasty treat, as you can see up on the screen. I just got my Kickstarter reward in for Incredible Creatures, art-inspired adversaries, which are Daggerheart compatible. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, kids, this is a doozy. I'm telling you. Let me see. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, there we go. So you can see all the artists and everything that were here. Product includes materials from the Daggerheart system reference document 1.0, copyrighted Critical Role, under terms of the Darrington Press Community Gaming License, the DPCGL. More information can be found at daggerheart.com. There are no previous modifications by others. And so they do give a shout out to everyone at Darrington Press for their help and everything. Dean Spencer, used with permission, all rights reserved. No AI art in here that I am aware of. I did back this with my own money at the PDF level. I think it was $20. I just didn't feel that I needed a physical copy of this, as what I like to do when I run a game. By the way, it's because it's going through my StreamYards here. This is fully indexed and hyperlinked. So if you buy the PDF copy, you will be able to click on Griffin and it will take you right to Griffin. So with all of that out of the way, we have a full index table of contents. The art in here is incredible. It's really well done. Now, this is art and monsters and critters and adversaries inspired by Critical Role and by Daggerheart. So it's not going to be everything you're used to seeing in like the core Daggerheart book. But then again, there's not a whole lot of supplements out there for Daggerheart right now. They just released yesterday. They released for Halloween appropriately. They released the Blood Reaver, Blood Ravager, Blood Hunter. It's on daggerheart.com/the void, and you can get the character class and all the cards. I've already printed it out and everything. So, and I think one of my players is going to switch to that, which is kind of cool. Start with the fiction. We began by looking at these pieces of art and creating stories around them and where they might be found. Then we built families of adversaries that fit into locations we envisioned. Finally, where we could, we incorporated an environment that helps to tell the story we saw from the art. Some of these families include theme designs to fill gaps missing from the SRD, while others are wholly new creations. If you see something that doesn't quite fit your narrative, feel free to make adjustments and best serve your table. So basically, it's yours. You paid for it. Do with it what you will. And they give you guidance for planning and all that fun stuff. And then, of course, there's organization and distribution, all the tiers 1 through 4, and a big thank you to all the Kickstarters, which I was one of. So an adult Merc Drake. That's just super creepy and cool. And then, of course, we're going to have our first thing, which is the arid desert, and we have a young earth drake. This was presented in the adventure. They've also done an adventure called A Tale of Two Farms, I believe is what it's called. And it was a freebie that they put out, and it had some of these monsters in it, and this is one of them. Now, for me, the young earth drake fits in really well with the wildwood, or which... Oh, I can't think of the setting in the core Daggerheart book. The Witch What? No, what is it? Luckily, I got the book right here, and my microphone goes with me. So, the Witherwild, man. Witherwild, man. Words don't always have your hot copy, your copy of Daggerheart close by. So yeah, we have a tier 1 bruiser. He's wingless dragon-like creature whose scales resemble dirt clods that occasionally crackle with static electricity. Its motives and tactics are to eat, to grow, to defend territory, and sleep. This fits in great with the Witherwild because of the 7 days of night, 7 days of sunlight, and the whole monsters merging and everything and things growing, so this could easily be a small lizard that has grown to, melded with the earth and become this huge behemoth. This thing is a tank. It's got 7 hit points for a level 1 or tier 1 creature. That's pretty tough. 3 stress. I'm bigger than you, +2 is its experience. So remember, as a GM or storyteller, you can spend a fear to enact an experience, just like a player can spend a hope to enact an experience. So I'm bigger than you. That falls into just about everything. So when this thing makes an attack, remember the GM rolls on a 1d20. Players roll on the um, I forgot what they call them, the dice. Duality dice. The players roll 2d12, add them together, telling you if they rolled with hope or fear. So in this case, the GM, though, storyteller, director, whatever you want to call it, I call myself a dungeon master, is you roll a 1d20 and then you add any bonuses. So in this case, I get a +1 for my attack, and I can add a +2 because I'm bigger than you. And he pretty much is bigger than everything else out there. So he's got a number of abilities. I'm not going to go through every ability. I just wanted to highlight this a little bit and show you that, like, in my session, hopefully my players don't see this video until after I introduce this creature, that they know it's coming because they saw something. They think it's a snail, but it's actually going to turn out to probably be something like this, maybe something different. I don't know. I haven't gone all the way through this, so I don't know all the different monsters. These were also in the adventure minor sprites, sand sprites, spark flies, and minor earth elementals. So these are going to be amazing. And I printed, in fact, he's right here. Um, for those that don't know, I 3D print and paint all of my miniatures. So I have this guy that I 3D printed, and I think he's going to work out perfect as a minor earth elemental. So, because why not? And it kind of matches that picture right there. Although I put grass and stuff on mine and moss. So, we've got more tier 1s, an amphitheater, which I'm not quite sure what it is. A sleek snake-like reptile with feathered wings and a draconic face. Well, that looks like a snake face to me, but that's okay. And it has a bunch of babies. So, and it gives you all their stats and everything. And these are a skulk and a minion. And then we have an ash cadaver, swarm, and a griffin. So those that looks like something undead. A group of replicating chimeric creations made from the bodies of several woodland creatures. Consume magic, prolong life, strength, and numbers. So this is a horde, and they each have 1 hit point. So every time you kill one, you kill another one when you do multiples of damage, which is how hordes work. And it even tells you here 1d4 +2 passive. When the swarm has marked half or more of their hit points, their standard attack deals 1d4 +2 magic damage instead. So normally they deal 1d8 +4, but as they weaken, they lose more. 6 hit points for stress, and this is a perfect adversary to throw against your magic using players, because it seeks out magic. It's consume magic, so players are magic, right? If they're a spell cat, either a mage, a sorcerer, or even a bard, because bards have access to magic. So yeah, all super cool. I'm not going to go through everything here, but unfortunately, I have to page through. Can it? Oh, it will let me. Let's jump to page 20. There we go. Forlorn Spirit. Again, we're still 20 pages in and we're still on tier 1s. So that's pretty cool. Then we've got an Abandoned Manor, which again, you could throw this into Foundry VTT, do your walls, and you'll be good. So pretty solid there. I love this picture right here of the Death Doll. Animated toy that Chucky. We just had Halloween. I didn't have a game last night, but this would have been perfect. Or tonight, I don't have a game. This would have been perfect. And there's all kinds of adventures and everything with the manor, the background and stuff, and gives you some encounters and things and conclusions. I mean, so really cool stuff here. Um, Better with friends. Weejits are strange little creatures who have the ability to gather together and become something more than the sum of their parts. Weejit cheerleader, Weejit sneaker, Weejit trickster. So we're covering all the classes: a flinger, which is your ranged, uh, and an Ouijit fam. Oh wow! So all tier ones again. So just an amalgamation of things. Brainy, which is the leader; a smasher, which is the bruiser. Uh, so yeah, 1d12 plus 2 physical damage. That's not bad. Grand Slam. Yeah, I have to mark a stress to use it. Do mark an attack against all targets within. That's pretty standard for bruisers, though. They have some sort of area effect where they slam the ground or whatever. So you got a shopper, which is a social. Oh, that's a cool picture. A Wumpus. Better with friends plus 2. So again, you can do all kinds of stuff. Appetizing adversaries. A stone fruit drake. Wow. So you want to run delicious dungeon? Here you go. Um, ooh, gummy worms. Barbecue, kelpie, gummy worms. Oh my God. These are tier 2 hordes. So we're into the tier 2s now. Ooh, a pudding destruction. Pudding of destruction. Omelet breaker, the guardian phoenix. Uh, Bok shot. Oh my God. A young pony size lightless fowl that sends fire flying in their wake. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we got tons of good stuff. Demon of Gaul, an impish demon with leathery wings, stunted limbs, and a long protrusion from its midsection that looks like a grappling hook. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. That looks terrifying, to be honest. So let's jump through here because this thing is, I believe, 100 and yeah, it's 130 pages long. So let's jump to page 52. We're still in tier 2s, a lindworm. Ooh. So we got lots of, as you can see, there's lots of cool. The Revel Lord, Mandrake Knot, uh, tier 2 support. And these don't have to necessarily be bad guys. These can be, okay, well, that is definitely a bad guy. Dollmaker Hag, Puppet Master Hag. Yeah, those sound creepy. We don't want to run into those. Living Doll. So Totem of Fear, the Doll Maker. Okay, so there's even more in here. So lots of cool stuff. Friend shape until it turns. Yeah. Hakturi. Hakturi communicate in purr and delightful chitters and seek out those who wish to explore the world and perform heroic deeds. The melon-sized creatures are typically cute and cuddly when first encountered and seem to enjoy taking on the role of a pet or mascot to a group of adventurers. Their presence, however, soon becomes more bane than boon to the party. Luring the unsuspecting to more of their kind seems to be the primary goal of a single Hakturi. In numbers, their underlying ferocity becomes evident, and their danger is danger to even a stout group of adventurers made clear. Do they do they crave shiny artifacts? Do they feed on raw emotions such as adoration or fear? Do they find the flesh of adventurers particularly tasty? None or all could be true, but adventurers should be aware of the Hakturi. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Hakturi mother. Ooh. So I wish they would have gave us a picture. Snake oil psychophant, social, a shifty salesperson, a snake oil salesman, basically. That's pretty cool. Here's the Plutorin's lair. So GM notes. Ooh, and now we got the ocean. Naga Fin Scourge and Naga Eel Master. Ooh, Naga Fin Scourge. Very cool. All right. So again, tons of cool things. Let's jump to page 90. Let's see what's on 90. Ooh, powerful equines. Ethion, tier 3. So we're into tier 3 now. Unicorn Pegasus. Wow. Droughtlands Ignorasus. Looks pretty cool. Fire Rhinoceros, basically. Flame Fanner Fire Beetles. Ooh, there's a Spineback Fire Eater. Cinder Ants. Just cool stuff, guys. You can go nuts with this stuff. I mean, this is amazing. Let's jump over to 118. Let's see. Sparklobber, Pettifogger, Otherworld Summoner. Wow, that looks bizarre. Ashen Demon King. Wow. Don't want to run into that. Thank you very much. Tier 4 leader. Difficulty 21. Thresholds 3665. Yeah, you got to deal out some damage. You want to hit that guy. Uh, 10 hit points. Yeah, that's a brute. Well, he's a leader, so he's not going to be alone. What do we got here? Oh, wow. Unholy terrors. Well, I mean, the art is just amazing. And remember, they took inspiration from all of the art to make these creatures and fit them into Daggerheart. So I think that's really awesome. Uh, Pyre Eater, Tortured Souls, Wretched, and then you've got your index, which again I believe is hyperlinked, so it'll take you to all these pages, and that is the last of it. So that is super cool. Let us go. How do we go back here? Do we Oh, we go here. Boop. There we go. We go back to a normal image. So, guys, we're coming up on how long is our video here? Where's my time? 15, 16 minutes. So, I hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek at incredible creatures inspired by Daggerheart. I'm very happy it's in my collection. I'm literally just going to print whatever I need for my session and then build my adventures around that. And it's just more tools in my shed to work with. So I'm very excited about it. I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek at it. And if you have any questions, put them in the notes below. Feel free to send me a message. You can support me on Ko-Fi for a one-time donation, or you can support me monthly. It's your choice. Patreon, of course, $5 a month. I have a drive-through affiliate. The link will be in the doobly-doo. By using that link, you help support the channel, which I greatly appreciate. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And of course, I have my Discord, which is very active. I've got over 600 videos up. So put them on, let them play in the background. Let me drone on in your ear. Even turn the volume off. Just let them play in the background. It really helps the channel out, gets that algorithm going. Put a question if you have any questions or concerns in the doobly doo, and I will do my best to answer them when this video goes live. I believe Tuesday next week. This will go live for everybody. So as always, peace and hair grease, and remember, Mr. Mean says, be nice. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.